Hey guys, I just finished the recording and it's 45 minutes long, so I know that's pretty lengthy. Break it into chunks if you have to, but I want you to really absorb all these concepts, okay? These are the three main things I'm going to talk about: the angling, breakouts, and coughing the puck up at both blue lines. Okay, I'll get into more detail about that. Coach Hank and I talked about this hot potato thing we're doing where the puck is moving and we're trying to just fire it off right away instead of stopping the puck and controlling it. So there'll be more details about that. And then this short little miscellaneous section just covers just some minor topics. Okay. So enjoy the video and I'll have closing thoughts afterward. Alright guys, I want to start this video off by highlighting this guy right here, right? Thomas Carney. He actually used to play at Lakewood. Very good player, obviously. We lost 7-4, and he scored all 7 goals, okay? The main problem is we gave up a lot of breakaways, and when you have an empty net and a breakaway, I mean, that's a recipe for disaster. I kind of want to show his goals. I'll just run them all through, and then I want to highlight a couple of them and explain how we can stop a player like this, okay? So here's the first one. Okay. So he kind of just turns, goes through 1, 2, 3 players, and then he beats the goalie. Right, can't blame Sawyer on that, okay? It's tough to stop a breakaway at any time for any goalie. Alright, here's the second one. Second period. Makes a move around Evan. Kind of walks around Connor, and he has a partial breakaway here. And puts a nice shot up. This one can't do much about. He didn't have a breakaway, good defense. We have a goalie, we'd probably stop that. Okay. Alright, this next one, we had 20 seconds left. 27 there. So this one hurt a bit. He did walk around us, beat the last player, and empty net breakaway. Okay. Alright. Here's his 5th goal. Kind of walked around us. Connor made an awesome stop right here, by the way. Okay, unfortunately, he did get a rebound and just kind of threw it in there. Okay, I thought this was also a great job right here by our defense. It's hard to stop a guy of this speed, by the way. And he's not just a little bit faster. He's a lot faster than most players in the league. And we had him shoot. Actually, I should explain it after. But we had him shoot from way out here, and like I said, empty net goal. And you can't blame that on the players, all right? It's very hard, even for someone like me. If I don't have the pads and all that, it's really hard to stop anyone shooting. If they even lift the puck a little bit. Okay, so that's nobody's fault. And I want to thank all the D guys who played in that. By the way, it's a really tough job. All right, and the final goal here. I'll talk about that cough up at the blue line, but yeah, he kind of won that battle and he shot it into an empty net again. Alright. So, first of all, when, let's say, this player has it, that's Thomas, let's say he has a puck in his own defensive zone, so he's trying to score here. The first thing we want to do is try to stop him before he gets any speed. I'll talk about our defensive positioning later. But as soon as he starts getting a little speed, I want you to kind of angle him right away, to slow him down, so he doesn't even get that burst of speed. Okay, sometimes you angle him towards the board. You can't always do that. Sometimes he'll beat a couple players, and you have your D skating backwards. Okay, so he starts getting a little bit of speed. So if you're backwards skating, if his 3-4 times faster, he's just gonna walk right around you. So at this point, you gotta just turn around. And the goal is to keep yourself between him and the middle of your net. So you're not gonna just skate a straight line back. You're gonna skate towards the middle part of the net. Okay, no matter how he's skating. All right, he starts skating this way, then you're gonna kind of catch up to him and try to keep your body between him and this net. All right, if you draw a straight line, you want to kind of put yourself in the middle of that. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and show a couple of the videos. Alright, let's start with this one. It's first goal. First of all, James, so this guy is pretty darn good. Alright, and you're kind of just about at his level, so you have to be able to keep up with him. You don't want to risk these 50-50s, and whenever his on, alarm bells have to go off, and you got to think, hey, I'm going to stop this guy. You know, you're not going to rely on your teammates. I want you to step up, stop all these top scorers. Okay, so he kind of just tailed off. He banks it to himself. Now, this is why we always practice. I always tell you guys, get his stick, then his body, then the puck. Okay, that means you don't just, what I call fishing, you don't just reach out and try to get the puck, because he will easily go around you. The other thing too is, you don't want to let him go toward the board and bank it to himself. Okay, I'm not telling you guys to hit him. You're not going to just go out and hit him. Okay, but you're gonna body him, and you're gonna make him walk right through you if he's gonna go towards the board. You better force him walk through. Okay, but you're not gonna just, hey, here you go, roll out a red carpet, let him walk past you. So body up and don't watch the puck, because that's what good players are gonna do. They're just gonna walk around you. Okay, or they're gonna stick handle around you. Here you're gonna get Conrad's Connor. He's gonna get caught flat-footed. So this is where, if you had a chance to angle him earlier, once you saw he had that burst of speed, you could have kind of just started rounding him and skate with him. If it's too late to do that, what you have to do is, I know I told you guys in the past about challenging at the blue line, but when you have a player this good and this fast, you have to already just start going back. You can turn around and go back. You can skate backwards if you can keep up, but a lot of times it's going to be hard. So you'll see he's just going to walk right around you. So you're caught flat-footed, so you gotta make it a little bit of a challenge for him at least. Okay, so this one's somewhat similar, but one thing I do want to highlight is Cash. I'll talk about his position. I wish the other D was more towards the middle, but one thing I did like what Cash did, he picked it up a little bit late, but once this player starts getting speed, you want to, alarm bells go off. You want to help him right away. You want to think, I better cover my other D. Of course, you want to hope for the best, but prepare for the worst as a defenseman. Okay, hope for the best, prepare for the worst. Okay. So first of all, we're gonna see Evan fish here, and he's gonna walk right around you. Okay. The key here is, it was hard to angle. You didn't have much of a choice, but watch his body, watch his chest, and watch the puck. And you're not gonna poke at the puck. You're gonna instead try to lift his stick. Okay, and make him bump into you. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. Like you're trying to skate backwards. It's really tough. If you have to turn around, then just turn around and start skating back towards your net. Okay, but I like this though. Cash is kind of backing him up. All right, Max is trying to, both of you. Okay, and she had a partial breakaway. Okay, so not bad. That wasn't too bad, but he did get around our first two guys. All right, but good job on Cash to come back there. Alright, so one thing I want you guys to watch is how Abby angles. She is very good. Very good. I'm going to say one minor thing she could improve on, but it's, like I said, it's hard to keep up on him. Now he gets a little bit of speed. And I saw, he started already skating back, which is good. Okay, you want to kind of round it more, alright? You want to kind of start rounding it this way, so you force him which way you want him to go. Okay, by turning your back right away, it's going to be a little bit tough. But with that said, I did like that you're skating back, but you don't want to pivot. Once you pivot, unless you can do it without losing speed, it's going to be over. Then he's just going to walk right past you. Okay, so don't pivot. Instead, what you want to do is you're skating backward, and he cuts like back that way. Then you just turn your head and you skate back that way. Okay. So Abby, good job angling. And the one thing I want to say with this is, so you see how she went kind of towards that? This is why you want to go it's subtle, but you want to go more towards the middle of the net. Okay, unless you think you can catch up to him. Okay. It's subtle, but it'll be a big difference. If he has to shoot from the side here, it's a giant difference to the goalie, whether he's in the middle or the sides. Okay, so let's take a look. Watch Abby real quick. Overall, good job though. Okay, so she starts skating back, and she's kind of forcing him one way. Okay. All right, and then let's go ahead and move on to the last one I want to show. All right. So, like I was saying, Victor, instead of you're gonna see him fish here. Instead, I'd rather just have you skate and keep your back to his body. Okay. Don't focus too much on the puck, because good players will do just this. Okay. All right. So watch Abby's. All right. So she tried to angle him that way, but he's quick to turn. So she turns her head that way instead, and this is very well done. Okay. Very well done. And Connor, great job backing her too. That's how we play team defense. Okay. Most of the times you make them shoot from way out there, they're not going to score. Okay? So that part was really well done. Okay, ideally, and I know things get very confusing, but ideally what we want to do is we want to make 2 passes, maybe 3 out of the zone. And to do that, what we do is you pass it here, and our center is going to shadow the puck and time it, so right when he gets it, he can call for the puck and get that second pass and come out of the zone. Okay. Sometimes we'll have our D, he's chasing a puck and someone's right in on his tail. So then we'll add the other pass where the other D comes down, gives him the pass. Hopefully our forwards are doing the same thing. Go to the board. Okay. And our center swings up. Alright. The thing to remember is the boards are your friend. Pass it along the board. Support your teammate on a board. Get to a board. That is the easiest way. Okay, not high, not up here, but low. Okay. So let's just go ahead and go to the first breakout. Alright, come on. Alright. So, one thing I do want to point out too is then I noticed when the other team has the puck, you're going to a board. So you want to wait until we get possession of the puck, okay? Alright, so anyway, the puck's back here. You're going to see Connor pick it up. This wasn't too bad. Okay. And he passes the puck to the board. Okay. Now, I think I told you guys before. Well, I did tell you guys. Okay. You want your butt on the board. Butt on the board. So, we don't want to pass in this middle area in case we mess up, okay? So just right away you want to set up, boom, right on the board. So with that in mind, it wasn't too bad. Okay, but you get it? And this is where, we haven't talked too much about the center, but this is where you want to pass somewhere right here. It's wide open. So you guys have to see the open space. That's why we did a lot of passing stuff where you have to work to get open. You can't just coast, you can't go slow. Sometimes you do, okay, but you have to read it. If you're calling for the puck and he tries to pass to, say, James, hold on, sorry. All right, this guy's gonna block it. So you have to work to get in that open space. And you can tell me, Coach, I'm a defenseman. Okay, I don't care. It takes 5 players to break out. Okay, if you see that you're the closest player to him, then you have to go up there and support him. Okay, don't worry about being forward defenseman. All right. So, that wasn't a bad pass, but no one was there, unfortunately. No one was there to help him. In the future, if you're not sure where to throw it, you throw it along the board. Okay, throw it along the board, get that out of our blue line. Alright, this one's a little bit ugly. You're going to see the puck go back here, so I'm going to play it. So Noah get the puck, and he's facing pressure right away. So, as soon as you know Noah could win that puck, which he should, he's like the first one, he's the closest to it. Okay, Evan, you're kind of calling for the puck right here, right? You're kind of banging your stick, say, hey, I'm open. Well, it's kind of hard to pass to you, okay? I think what you should do instead, once you see no one's going to get it, you go straight to that board. Okay, again, we don't want to pass in these dangerous areas, okay? Very dangerous. The other thing we can do is second defenseman, once you see he's in trouble, doesn't matter if you're defenseman, but you need somebody back here. And it helps to talk, guys. We want to talk. We see both of you are going to go behind on that. That's Abby and Vincent. Okay. So we just need one player back there. And then let's go and play it real fast. So, no, perfect job. I love that you threw it back there. Smart play. You could use the backhand as well. All right, so Abby gets the puck. Now, meanwhile, Nolan, you're skating backwards right in this middle area. Okay. I'd rather have you on a board. And Coach Tara talked about, if you're skating backwards, this isn't an NHL. This isn't a checking league, but you want to protect yourself because if someone's coming right behind you, you don't want to get hit right in your back right when you touch the puck. Okay, she talked about having her feet sideways so that you can see both sides. Okay, So be on the board. On the board. Okay, we do recover, okay. And where she chips it out, you go sort of towards the board and almost get it out. Okay. Alright, there's some good stuff about this and bad thing here. So Max gets that puck in the corner. Ideally, just go to the quiet zone or get the puck into the quiet zone. I talked about the quiet zone being behind this net. Right? What you don't want to do is throw it blindly up the middle like this, okay? It's going to be dangerous. We always talk about, I know Coach Hank and I have said never throw it up the middle. I won't go as far as say never, but if you do it, you better be absolutely sure. All right? Because a cough up there is a grade A chance on the goalie. But with that said, support on the boards, okay? Abby, great job. Jonah, get to a board. Get to a board. The board is the easiest way to pass it, okay? Now, our center, you kind of had a weird route, but eventually got to you. But it should look like this. It should come down, and then you swing up as he passes to you. Okay, like I said, we'll talk more in the future about that. With that said, you get it? Nice give and go, guys. This is how I want you to get out of the zone. You pass it to an open teammate, and then you just walk past him, and then he can give it right back. Okay? You should have Jonah. If you can spot him, that would be even better. Okay? That's how I want you guys to play team hockey. That's how you get around players. Easiest way to get around them. Alright, quick thing here. So we get the puck back there. Okay, Noah, good. You pass it back to James. And James, you cut towards the middle. No, okay? You have a guy that's wide open here. I know you told me what the forwards need to get in position. Well, he is in absolutely great position. And you got to just roll that to him. Okay? So, again, passes, you could just do it to Ben. And you should be behind in it, okay? Ben, one thing I want to mention, this is what I pointed out earlier, but as soon as the other team gets the puck, you don't just stay glued to the board, okay? You have to start coming in and helping out on defense, okay? You're usually going to be here as a forward, somewhere above these circles, okay? But just come in. It's really hard to do anything defensively there, right? Okay, I'm going to talk in another section about playing with the puck at our blue line, well, both blue lines. But first, so you see Vincent here? Rather than take the puck back into our zone, how about we take it forward and pass that blue line? If you're very confident with the puck, yeah, you can take the puck and skate it back so you don't just give the other team the puck. But for you guys without, I mean, first of all, yeah, you want to take that forward anyway. But unfortunately, yeah, we do lose it, but nothing bad comes out of that. Now, I like this, okay? This is where this is smart though. Okay, Mason, once the puck, the puck's not up here. I'd rather have Mason take it back behind the net and go to the quiet zone. Okay, so very smart play on him, and we see no one go to the board. So not bad, but you'll see why I want you lower, because I'm just gonna play it. So Mason stops. Okay, Vincent, remember, we can't pass you. There's no way Mason's going to pass you. He's not going to pass in the middle of the net. Okay, James, you're okay there, but don't expect to pass. You're just there in case we cough the puck up. All right, so Mason takes his time. As soon as you see someone push you, as soon as someone kind of forechecks you, just outskate him. You can outskate him, but I guess... I mean, you're not going to burn through all these guys, of course, but you can just kind of skate wider, and buy a little bit of time. But with that said, it's good that you pass it. So you use the board to pass it. And by the way, great job on James too. You start going, you mirror, right? I talked about mirroring. The D moves that way, then you kind of mirror and give him the pass there if he needs it. Yeah. Anyway, so Mason throws it along the board. But Nolan's just a little bit far because she's going to cut you off. I think it's a she. Sorry if that's not true. But she's going to cut Nolan off. And so, we don't quite get it out. Our positioning's decent, okay? But this is why I want you guys lower than this dot, okay? If I pull up my little rink here. Okay, I don't want you standing here. It's a big difference between being here and here, okay? That line, sorry. Okay. one more thing I want to show here. We got to stop coughing at the blue line, James. You are going to be very guilty of this, where you stick handle out and you cough it just before our blue line. Look, I'm not saying you guys can't stick handle out of there. What I'm saying, though, is there's safer ways to stick handle out. And the easiest way is to just bank it off the board. So you see a little bit of pressure, then just throw a slight tap on the puck this way, and then just go chase it. Okay, that way it gets out of the zone, and if you cough it, at least it's past that blue line. We'll talk more about that in a different section. One thing I want to emphasize with this is to start moving if you don't get the pass right away. Okay, so we see Abby here. She probably should have threw it right away. Okay, so she starts kind of skating into the zone. You see Ben just sitting on the board, which is a good spot. And Abby, so you gotta hurry up and throw it. But as soon as she starts skating towards you, then just start rolling up. Start rolling up. Try to maintain a little bit of distance, okay? If someone starts skating right at you, you have to start moving a little bit, okay? And I know I just said, probably before this, I said to, you want to stay here. But this is where I want you to think a little bit, okay? We need to have a little space. All these things aren't hard rules. They're just general guidelines, right? As she starts skating right to you, then just try to make yourself useful. There's a lot of empty space here. Okay. And let's play through real fast. So we kind of botched this a bit. All right. This is a little bit confusing because we have a 6th skater instead of a goalie. All right. But the same things apply. So James, I know you're a defenseman, but don't think about being a defensive forward. Just think about where does my teammate need help, and that's going to be on the board. So you're in a good spot, but then you move away from the board, okay? And then that's where Mason needed a pass, okay? And I think that might have led to, I'm not sure what happened, but anyway, think about not being a deer forward, but just think about where does my teammate need help, and that's probably always going to be on a board, maybe down here, and then the other board, okay? Okay, here, I did mention earlier, hey, if you're not good at stick handling, maybe just get it out of the blue line. But here, first of all, Abby, if you have, you can control the puck pretty well. Rather than stopping, turning, and then facing traffic, it might have been easier if you just took the puck and just went back here. Okay. If your team is bad at breaking out, it can backfire. But at the same time here, though, you're just turning right into a crowd. I'd rather have you just skate up. And you don't even have to go all the way back there. If you could just take the puck and just cut it in that way and find a pass maybe, that's probably a lot better. So unfortunately, yeah, I think we just kind of forced that out. Okay. Alright, so the reason why I really want to get this breakout down is because you can apply it almost anywhere, right? Even off these face-offs. So we're lined up like this. Okay, and we won a lot of face-offs, so major props to Carter and Dodge. You guys did a phenomenal job in face-offs. It wins it back. Alright, let's see Jonah kind of just skating backwards a lot of times right here. No, just get to the board. Get to the board and then, have your back on it. Get to the board, have your back on it. And it's really the same thing. Okay? So he wins it back. You guys can back out just a little bit. And then you can either pass it to your D partner or you can pass it to the player on the board. Okay, and sometimes you can even pass to your center. Alright? So 3 options. 1, 2, and the center probably a 3rd option. Right? It's just like a breakout. Just like our behind the net breakout. Okay? If you were to pretend like there's a net and it's right there, because you guys are going to line up way back there, but you'd back off, and it's the same thing. Okay. So I'm going to show a couple examples of our neutral zone face-off, starting with this. Good win. Okay. So you're backing off. Like, can he pass it to you? No, there's no way. Okay. You got to get to that board right away. Get to the board for him so he can just bank it to you. Okay. You also have Abby here too. Okay. What I don't want to do is just kind of blindly throw it to the other team. We're just giving them the puck. Okay. Okay. Same thing here. Nice win and dodge. Alright. So boom, back off to that board, back up to that board. You two just spread out a little bit, all right? And you should have your breakout. Dodge, you're just going to shadow the puck so that James has it. You're going to follow which way he throws it. He passes here, you skate that way. He passes here or to the other forward, you skate that way. All right, James, you got to be smart about when to stick handle, okay? Why do you want to stick handle into like 3 black jerseys? Okay, that's a lot tougher. This is where you have to be smart about how you stick handle. All right, we want to stick handle when there's empty space or there's one guy to beat. Okay, this one's actually very good, and I want you guys to watch Mason a little bit more. All right, he doesn't show the greatest skill, but he is one of the smartest players out here because he just makes solid decisions. Okay, look at this, easy. Easy, holds real quick, doesn't panic, and then we get to the board. That's how we want to break out. And Carter, as soon as you see that, you start rolling up. You should anticipate that pass. Okay, it's that easy, guys. Seriously, it's that easy. All right, and here's the last one. Okay, nice win again by Carter. Jonah, you're just backing into this guy. Get to a board. Get to a board. Okay. By the way, sometimes you can have him skate up. He can skate up, but if he does, like especially we'll see James do that a few times. Hold on, sorry, let me play that. We'll see James do that a few times. We'll skate up. If your defenseman skates up, you guys have to be aware. You. He skates in, and his first one into the zone, which is F1. We talked about that last season. One of you guys need to back up and realize, hey, I'm a defenseman on this shift. Okay. All right, so that's all for the breakouts. I know I really beat a dead horse, but this is really important, and I've been trying to get this through to you guys for the last 2-3 seasons. So I'm still trying to find ways to translate what we're doing in practice on the ice. Okay, it hasn't quite come to fruition just yet, but we'll work on it. All right, and for our last important topic, I want to go over playing with the puck on the blue line. And I remember last season I even showed a couple of NHL superstars messing that up, which leads to direct goals. So whether on offense or defense, all right, we'll say this is our defensive zone. Stop playing with the puck right here. Okay, if you do, it needs to be a sure thing. Okay, you can bank it off the board, pass it to yourself or something if you want to handle the puck. Don't make these cut inside moves with like 3 guys around you, right? And same in the offensive zone. As soon as you run into a little bit of trouble, you get that puck in deep. Get that puck in deep, right? We don't want to keep coughing it here, right at the line, especially our defensive zone. And we're gonna do that several times, okay? And it's mainly the better players because you guys I know you want to play with it. But you got to play smarter hockey. You got to play better hockey. Let the other team mess up instead. That's what we're doing. So, first example here. Connor, you have the puck. You have a player, and you guys have to talk too. You got to tell him, hey, pass, All right? And you try to stop and bring it in. Just keep skating and just throw it softly to the board. Don't make these, these complex moves when it's not necessary, all right? This is where the puck protection is way more important than stick handling. And I know I've told you this in the past, cut your stick, Connor. Cut your stick. You'll see several times a game it gets caught between your foot and your blade. You got to get a shorter stick. All right? Here's one in the offensive zone. So, James, you get the puck. Stick handle. There's 3 black jerseys around it, and then you kind of cough it, all right? So you did get it there, okay, to their best player, unfortunately, but just get it in deep. Just get that puck in this corner, all right, and make them cough it up. Put the pressure on them instead. All right, see Vince right here. He has plenty of space, so you can go ahead and skate it. As soon as that guy starts coming, get that puck out. This is where puck protection is more important. We do puck protection drill every start of every single practice, okay? Where's the puck at? All right, put that all the way to your side. It might be off the screen. Put that to your side. Use your left leg to protect it, okay? So you guys with better stick handling, you can just puck protect and skate out. That's fine. Then it's safe, okay? But don't just dangle and show him the puck. he's just gonna, just smack it out like he just did right here. Okay, we have to get that out. Don't play with it. Okay. Right here we see a pretty good route by Victor, but unfortunately James, the stick handle. Okay, and you'll try to stick handle into the middle instead. You could just chip it out, let Victor chase it. Okay, or you can just slow down, use your body to protect. That's fine too, but you don't want to dangle to the middle, because yeah, we can't cough it up in our own zone like this. Oh, sorry, and then there's a double whammy coming up here too. All right. So okay, so this is good. That's a good puck protection. But as soon as you see a little too much trouble, get that out. All right, you have to chip that out. All right, eventually you almost did, but the guy stopped you. So a bit of a double whammy on your part. All right, so this one's a little bit tougher because I'm going to talk about later how I don't want you playing hot potato with the puck and just throwing it out right away. But well, I'll talk more about that. But yeah, you didn't feel his presence there, I guess, and you have open space right here, so you can just throw it out. Okay, throw it out here. Maybe you're trying to get to him and you didn't realize he was on you, but yeah, we don't want to make these mistakes because I think that leads to a breakaway. Okay, almost. Okay, you guys need to clamp down on him after. All right, but yeah, I want you to control the puck real quick and then just throw it into empty space. All right, you don't have to one touch it like I'm going to show you guys later. All right, here I know I'm being a dead horse, but I just want to highlight like not the middle, not the middle, not the middle. Okay. Throw it to the board. Bank it to the board. Chase after it. Alright, this one's a little bit different. One thing you don't want to do is make one extra stick handle at this blue line if you don't have to, because that's going to mess up your teammates and cause them to go offside. The rest were not very good. So Max to get the puck, and they missed several of these offside calls, okay? So Jonah goes offside, but that's not his fault. That's Max's fault, okay? You can't stick handle there. You got to carry it across just a 1 inch more, and then stick handle. I should say 1 foot more, all right? Then stick handle. Don't make these little stick handle right at the line. It messes up your teammates, okay? All right, and then we'll see kind of a repeat right here. You barely drop back. Right there, and then his offside. I mean, again, they didn't call it. Alright, quick one here. So this is fine. You have plenty of space. It's pretty safe. Okay. Until you get to here, suddenly you're gonna see black jersey, black jersey, black jersey. All around you. This is about the time where then you just fire it in. If you don't see a pass, which you do have a pass down here, but if you don't see it, then you just fire it in. Okay. Don't want to cough it. Pretty much anywhere in this neutral zone too, I guess, which I didn't mention. Alright. Here, this is where you're making me a little nervous, okay? I'm not saying you can't stick handle. I think ideally just chip it to yourself. So just a soft pass to yourself and then go after it. And use your body to just kind of get in front of them and mess up his skating. Alright. Sorry, I think I just paused it. There's safer ways to stick handle out of the zone, okay? Alright, this is similar to what Vincent did in one of the shifts. The puck's in the corner. Here's our defense. Especially with empty net. How about you take the puck and you just go forward? Okay, there's no real reason to take it back in this case. Which you'll see Max do. He gets the puck and goes back. Okay. If you have a choice, go forward. Okay. Yeah, anytime you get this out of the blue line, do it. Okay, next, I want to talk about this hot potato issue we're having. And Coach Hank mentioned it after a game that when the puck gets to you guys, a lot of you are trying to hit the puck while it's still moving. And you're just trying to whack away at it. Right? You're trying to touch it you're trying to get it off your stick as fast as possible. I want you to control it, even if it's a split second, and then move the puck. There are times you need to slap it out right away, but we way overdo it, and I'd rather have you see you guys err on the other side. Okay. So let's watch this real fast. For example, Cash, you get the puck and you just whack away, and you whack it right to him. You got plenty of time to control it. Give it past the dodge. Okay, so here's example, Noah. see the puck and you just whack away. And in fact, you passed it right to the other team. All right. I'm not saying shooting would be a bad option, but try handling the puck for a split second and then shoot it then. Right here, a little more pressure. Okay, you get it and just whack away. How about stopping it, then hitting it? Okay. I mean, I'd rather have you skate it, but at least stop the puck. Alright, so sorry Noah, I guess sorry to call you out, but you were kind of guilty of this, but same thing. Yeah, that's not a bad pass, but just stop it and then hit it, because you didn't get much on it either, if you watch again, alright? And it's hard to be accurate with that too, even for myself, guys. Okay, so Connor somewhat guilty of this too. You see here, puck just goes past the blue line and you whack. And yeah, I get you're trying to keep that in front of the blue line, but at the same time, you saw how you fanned it, right? I'd rather have you stop it and then hit it. All right, so I just kind of rapid show these, but you know, more the same right there. Okay, and right here. All right, you just give it to the other team. It's okay to get out of the zone and just control it too. Okay, and this last example, I'm going to show what happens when you don't just whack away, all right? This is well done. Look, you control it. You didn't panic. You controlled it. Walked in, fired, and you scored your first goal. So very well done. That's what happens when you don't just panic and just fire it away, you know? So very well done there. All right, last part will be just several miscellaneous things, but we'll start off with our offensive zone positioning, at least just for the defenseman. So when we're in the offensive zone, I want one defenseman always in the middle, kind of high. I want the other one a little bit lower, okay, depending on where the other players are at. So it's either gonna be here or here. I did mention this already, but in the NHL you won't see that. You'll see them like here and here, but we're not going to do that because any pass across that could be dangerous. That could lead to breakaways. You know, if someone on the other team picks it up and goes, it's harder to catch up to him here. Okay, the NHL they're much more solid and they'll catch up to him. So this is going to be a little bit different than what you see there. Okay, but starting off, the puck is into this area. We should be positioned like this: one person in the middle, the other defenseman, a little bit lower. As that puck moves this way, then you're gonna switch. So this player will go here, and this player will cover the middle instead. Okay. If the player just stops and is right in the middle, let me delete all this. So if you just kind of stops here and the puck's here, then yeah, you're gonna be pretty close. Or closer, not that close, but you're going to be closer. You're going to be side to side, and as soon as he jumps one way, then you kind of go in and you go towards the middle. Right? This isn't like a hard rule with everything. You got to use your brain a little bit. Okay? So if you're cheating up like this, and let's say a player on their other team, he just starts skating way out here. Well, yeah, then I'd rather have you back up. Okay, holding the line isn't as important as not giving up a breakaway. So I just have a couple simple clips here. So this is a pretty good shift we see here. All right, so puck is on this side. What I don't want to see you guys, yeah, you're glued to the corner. You see everybody in front of you. So go ahead and scoot up a little bit. Scoot up a little. Okay. And you'll see Noah actually good here because the puck goes to the other side. Okay, and that's what I want. I want to see this. Okay. Good. Now you do have to keep an eye on him in case he he changes and that player's trying to just go off into like a breakaway. But you see Noah up and close, so I want him to get to that puck first. This is well done. Okay. So hold on, let me run just a little bit more. Yeah. So as that puck's going to that side, I want you to go ahead and cheat in a little bit. I also want you to angle so that you get a player like number 8 Thomas here. Then you can just angle him right away so he doesn't pick up all that speed. I want you to stuff him before he gets that speed going. Okay. That one was well done. Alright, so with this pairing, a few problems I'll point out real quick. So one, we talk about holding the line. You want to be in front of that blue line for the most part. Okay. Unless this guy's like way cheating out there and you can't catch him, yeah, then go back there with him, but try to stay in front of that blue line. So you'll see them throw the puck out, and you barely get it. Barely. Okay. It's good. You throw the puck in. And now I want you to stay on that side. I don't want you to go back. I do not want you to come back to this corner. I don't want you guys in these corners in general. Okay. Alright, and then, so you're past that blue line, and this time, so this is where you gotta shift over and tell him to move. This time, yeah, you don't quite hold that line, okay? It goes outside the blue line and then past you, okay? Hold the line, guys. Alright, here, I just want to highlight real fast, you can't be afraid to make body contact, okay? I'm glad, watch this, okay? Good. Okay, I'm not telling you to bulldoze a kid, but what I'm telling you to do is to not avoid him and let him just walk in, okay? If you can't angle properly, then just skate into him and don't knock him over. You just skate slowly into him, okay? And I'm glad you didn't dodge him there. I know you didn't mean to hit him, but that's fine. I see too many times where we're kind of just letting guys walk past you. So I was glad to see that. Nolan, we did talk about this when you at the time. Hopefully you remember this, but yeah, we don't want to do this. Oh, pass up the middle, okay? If your teammates aren't there to help you, I mean, first of all, you have your own teammates this way, so you can back pass that along the board. But if you're not sure, then just throw it up the board. All right? You make a mistake and you throw it to the other team on the board. It's not the worst thing. All right, giving up a player, that's a grade A chance. Quick thing, Ben. I know, this game might be a little bit overwhelming, so you're probably thinking about 10 things at the same time. But I just want you to focus on, like, if you're near the puck, just play the puck. Okay, even if we have 3 guys on it. So like here, I think you're just worried about going to your spot, so you just kind of skate it past them. All these things I'm telling you guys about, like, oh, you have to be here, you have to do this, you have to do that. I don't want you to be robots. I want you to kind of think about what's going on in the game and then make a decision. Okay, so here, I'd rather have you just play the puck and stop the guy. Okay. All right, this will take a little bit of time, but I want you, defense, to come up and play it here. Okay, I like this. Yep, go after it. Yep, go after it. Now, you guys, okay, particularly my smarter players, you have to recognize that and think, oh, James stepped up his D. I better cover him. Okay, I think Max is kind of going back there, but I also want you experienced players to start helping him back more, because it's going to be a tough job for Max to play D on some of these, especially that fast kid. Okay, you guys have to recognize, but I want my D to step up. This is how we're going to switch. Okay. He steps up to get the puck. I noticed you guys are kind of just looking at offense the whole time. You got to be selfless. And Mason, smart guy here, right, sees that and is like, okay, well, I better cover James's spot. All right. Okay, like I said, underappreciated skill by Mason here. Just subtle, but it's important. All right, so same thing here. Abby, she's playing defense, but she gets the puck and she skates up. Okay, I love this. Yep, skate up. But what I don't want to see her do is, oh, I'm a defense, I better go all the way back. That doesn't, that's very inefficient. Rather than come back, you go tell one of your teammates, hey, cover me, all right? You have this guy, hopefully he recognizes the other defense is playing, his position. Okay, but you guys have to recognize, hey, Abby walked in, well, I better cover her. And you might not even know who the defense or offense is, but the important thing to recognize on the ice is you just think, hey, we need 2 guys kind of back here. If no one's there, then I'll do that. Okay, so especially my D players, I know this is different from other coaches, but I do not want you glued back here. You go up and you're trying to make a play, you stay up and play forward. Okay. We're gonna work more on this switching in the future. It is very difficult. Alright, here's the last clip I want to show. Last clip of the video. So the puck goes to a board, and we're battling. Okay. How many players do we want in this area? We should only have 2, and maybe 3 at times. Most of the times we're going to have 2. Okay, we don't want all 5 players going there. What happens if they win, or the puck sneaks past and just goes kind of dribbles to the middle ice? They have a breakaway, okay? See how these guys are kind of in position? Okay. we're not, we don't want to play like 8-year-olds where beehive hockey, where we all just stare at the puck. Once we see two guys there, look around, all right, and see if you can cover a guy. And you see any one of you can think, oh, this guy might be a breakaway. I don't care if you're a forward, and just make sure he doesn't just have an easy breakaway. Okay, we gotta play a little bit smarter. Look around, heads up, look around a bit. All right, guys, that's the end of all the clips. I just want to say it wasn't that bad of a game. I mean, it's really hard to play without a goalie. You can't blame, the defenders out in front of the net. To those guys, thank you very much. It's a really tough job. They have zero goalie training, and any puck that goes in the air, it's really hard to stop. Okay. I know there's a lot to this video, so again, break it into 15-minute chunks if you have to. But try to watch these in the next couple of weeks. All right, very important. If we want to be a better team, or we can easily be the strongest team. We will be a powerhouse if we can clean these little details up. But it's going to take all of us. Okay, 3/4 of us watch it, 80% watches it, not good enough. We need every single person to buy in, because even if 4 out of 5 guys on the ice know what they're doing, that one person can hurt you, okay? You're only as strong as your weakest link. So we all gotta buy in. I know all of you can't make the practices all the time, so instead you make sure you absorb these videos. Ask me questions after, okay? If you're confused about anything, you don't understand a single thing, come talk to me. Come talk to me. Ask questions, okay? Future videos will probably be about half this time. Okay, there's just a lot I had to say about this one, and it might be overwhelming, but yeah, we cleaned these up. Like I said, I think we easily have potential to be the best team. Okay, all right. See you guys next video.